Wow, guys, we finally got some cool reveals from Clan Collection. I know it's been a bit dry. But Jewel Knights, I think, has delivered. Right. Alright, so first we have the grade 1. It is Fruiting Jewel Knight Eunice. Auto Regard Circle at the end of the battle of this unit boosted. Choose one normal unit from your drop zone and put it on the bottom of your deck. Soul Charge 1. If you're Soul Charge, you may return this unit to the hand. It's pretty good. You know, you can Soul Charge, you get to bounce it back to defend with it. So I kind of like that, right? I like it. The second effect is when your other unit is placed on this unit's circle, choose one of your opponent's regards in the same column as that placed unit and retire it. If no units were retired, draw a card. So this is kind of the Jewel Knight mechanic. You place over things and then an effect triggers. So this at least gets a retire or a draw. So it's not bad, not bad. Like, good start for the grade 1 lineup, right? For the grade 2s, we have Dogmatized Jewel Knight Sybil. So we have, she's back, right? She got a reprint. Auto, Vanguard Circle, Regard Circle. When this unit attacks, put one on grade 2 or less card from your hand into your soul and draw a card. And then the second one is Auto, Vanguard, and Regard Circle. When your other unit is placed on this unit's circle, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, choose up to one grade 2 or less card with Jewel Knight in its card name from among them, call to the Regard Circle, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So one thing is that, like, you place over this and you get to get a free call. Of course, you know, Jewel Knight's top 3, it's not great, right? Top 3 is pretty trash. At the same time, you don't really need a cost for it, so I can see it making like a decent columns, right? So top 3, call something on the other side, bam, you have multi-attacks. If you're making multi-attacks already, you can put it behind and boost. Pretty good. Power lines will be pretty low, but I guess like here you can think, okay, if you play like Force 1, you can spread the Force powers around. Not that bad, right? Not that bad. Or you can play Force 2, then of course your powers will be pretty low. But I remember the old cards did give buffs when you place them over things, so maybe it'll work. So yeah, not bad. I kind of like it. But lastly, leading a Jewel Knight Salome, right? So Auto Vanguard Circle once per turn. At the end of the battle that this unit attacks, Counterblast 1, choose any number of cards of Jewel Knights in their card names and call them to the Regard Circle with units. So you want to use the gimmick that Jewel Knight has, and that is placing over things, right? Then if you call 3 or more cards and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, Soul Blast 4 and stand this unit. Wow, okay, so you get multiple attacks with Salome, and I think this is one of the few restanding Vanguards. Well, I guess no, Sanctuary Guard, Sanctuary Guard is like a restanding Vanguard now, so not always, but I guess this one's kind of nicer because Sanctuary Guard, you require that back row to not get touched. I guess in premium as well, this will definitely be better. But yeah, just making all these multi-attacks, and bear in mind we still have like the old Ashleys and things like that. Of course, the Soul Blast 4 is quite high, but we have a lot of cards now that kind of soul charge. A lot of Jewel Knights now that soul charge, and you know, we have other cards that we can run that also soul charge too. So I think that's not as bad as you think it could be. And then the second effect is Vanguard Circle and Regard Circle. When your unit is placed on this unit's circle, Counterblast 1, and that placed unit gets 10,001 drive until the end of turn. So if you kind of ride over herself, she gets another 10k and then an extra drive. So you'll be swing for like triple drive. So that's pretty good. In premium, this is actually really good because if you think about your Crystal Loss that can come down, that triggers the second effect because it's placed on the circle, right? And then, you know, that card gets like your Crystal Loss gets like 10k in a drive. I assume then like quad drive restanding, quad drive with guard restrict. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty insane. And still remember, right? I think right now they've released 2 Jewel Knights in V for like one in the old clan collection and then one in this one. So you still have space to run other things as well. They can help soul charge. So yeah, I think this is the power lines, the power level, right? That Royals kind of needs. Like also, like if you ride over Ashley, right? She can restand with a crit, and if you're in Force 2, it's like restanding 3 crits. So that's even that seems not bad too. So yeah, I don't know. Jewel Knight seem pretty good. It actually seems not just in standard, but in premium as well. I mean, you can like combo. I mean, people were talking about you can like combo this with Lagriel as well, right? So you can put this on the rear and put a Lagriel on it, and it gets triple drive. Wow, right? Not bad, right? Not bad. I don't know. Maybe it's bad, but yeah, I think we'll see. We'll see. So pretty cool. I like these Royal Paladin reveals so far, right? So far. Let's move on to the Dark Irregulars. So we've got Amon's follower Fu Ginlin. right? So act Vanguard Circle once per turn, put one card from your hand into your soul, you draw a card, your opponent chooses a card from their hand and puts it into their soul, then your opponent may draw a card. So right off the bat, I kind of dislike this effect, right? Because it gives your opponent options, right? If their opponent's playing a deck that requires a grade 3 in soul, bam, they've got it. Yeah. Also, it gets to cycle their hand to get into better cards. It can cycle like junk cards, like a draw trigger, and then get a better card. Or just fill up their soul. Like, one of the things with V is that the soul is supposed to be one of the limiting factors of the deck, right? But this kind of just gives them more resources, which I'm not a huge fan of, right? But the nice thing is it's kind of free. You don't need counterblast and that, so that can kind of be pretty relevant in like something like a premium format. Second effect is Auto's Rearguard Circle. At the start of your battle phase, if your opponent has 6 or more souls, you may soul charge 1. If you soul charge, choose one of your units and it gets power plus 5,000 until the end of turn. So I guess, you know, when they reach that 6 soul threshold, you get to get free souls as well. That's plus win-win for everyone, right? Win-win for everyone. Moving on to the grade 2. We have Amon's follower, Ron Ginlin. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard Circle or Rearguard Circle, Soul Charge 1, your opponent chooses up to 1 card in hand or 1 Rearguard and put it into Soul. And if they did not, you Soul Charge 1. So if they don't want to put anything, you just get another Soul Charge. So that's not bad. That's not bad. I think a lot of people just say no, right? They're just like, yeah, have another Soul Charge. I don't want to lose good cards, right? Second effect is during Rearguard or Guardian Circle, if your opponent has 6 souls or more, this unit gets power plus 10,000 and shield plus 10,000, and is active on your opponent's turn as well. So just stage 19k and is very, very, very annoying. Until they start soul blasting for costs, right? But hopefully you soul charge enough on their side so they can't do anything. And then finally, we've got Demon World Marquis. Oh, is it Marquis? Yeah, like Amon. Act Vanguard Circle once per turn. Put 1 Rearguard and 1 card from your hand and 1 card from your drop into your soul. Your opponent chooses 2 cards from each, 2 cards each from Rearguard's hand and drop and put them into their soul. If your opponent does not put 6 cards into their soul, this unit gets drive plus 1 until the end of turn. So your opponent actually has no choice if they want to put in any cards from their hand, drop, or field. They have to. They just have to put as much as they can, up to 2, right? So if they only have like 1 Rearguard, they put that one in and then go, okay, you get a drive, pretty much. That's pretty good because like any type of hand destruction effect is good. Any type of like Rearguard destruction effect is pretty good too. Drop zone to soul. I'm not a huge fan, I guess. That's a bit weird, but you know, hand destruction, I think it's also, it's not exactly free because you're kind of doing the same thing. But if you let's look at these second and third effects, right? So Vanguard and Rearguard Circle, during your turn, for every 6 cards in your soul, this unit gets power plus 5,000. If this unit is on a Vanguard Circle, plus 10,000 instead of 5,000, right? So you can get massive power. So okay, you destroy the hand, and you only destroy a little bit of your hand. You also protect, so you can kind of just get a free card every single turn, as long as you write it. When you write it, and then like when you drain their resources, you hit with a big power attack. And the last effect is on the Vanguard Circle. Only for every 6 cards in your opponent's soul, this unit gets a crit. So it hits big, right? If they got 18 cards in their soul, bam, this guy is 4 crit. 4 crit. And you know, you're draining their things, you're forcing them to PG, and then you're hitting them, like getting bigger and bigger every turn. I think it's okay. I think it's definitely Salome seems way better, right? And also looks way better. Amon, I think is definitely, I think a lot of people are just expecting really, really bad cards for Dark Regular. The 1 and 2, I have to say, aren't the most impressive cards, but I think Amon has a chance to kind of like beat out like Shaharot right now, which is kind of the premier Dark Irregulars. In premium though, I'm not too sure about this. Like you can Legion with it, but again, you take a lot of the stats from like Astaroth and not Amon. So yeah, I think that's kind of weird, but Salome definitely good in premium, good in V. I can see a bright future ahead of it, just have to practice. So let me know what guys think. Finally got some new cards, I think, for Clan Collection. I know a lot of people are complaining, and we're going to see Cecilia tomorrow, so I'm quite hyped for that too. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.